Welcome to the NEWSTART kitchen. I'm Margaret Gallant, and today we're going to make some oat burgers. So right away I want to try to get some water boiling, so let me put some water in here. I'm putting 3 cups in, and I want to get that kind of going. All right, so as we get our water, we're going to put some other ingredients. We're going to put 1/4 cup liquid aminos. Get that in. And this is going to make a really nice seasoned water where we're going to put our oats in later. So we're going to put liquid aminos, and then we're going to put a teaspoon of liquid smoke. You don't have to put the liquid smoke in, but I kind of want to make these like a oat sausage. So I'm going to put the liquid smoke in today. I'm also going to put in a tablespoon of chicken seasoning, whatever your favorite chicken seasoning is. And I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of yeast flakes. So what we're going to do, and don't let me forget, this is the best part. I chopped up diced up an onion, and we're going to put that in. If you don't have an onion, but you have onion flakes, you can use onion flakes also, but I love to have the fresh onion in there. All right, so what we're gonna do is let this simmer. We're gonna let it simmer for about 4 minutes. So it's gonna be a wonderful broth, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients in a few minutes. We'll be right back after 4 minutes. All right, so we've let this simmer for about 4 minutes, and it's looking really great. What I'm going to actually do is take it off the heat, and then we're going to add 3 cups of quick oats. And I like to use quick oats just because the oats won't show so much when you're making the oat patty. If you have old-fashioned oats and you want to use that, that's fine. You're just going to see them more in the oat patty. And then I'm also going to use a 1/2 cup of ground nuts. And today I'm using walnuts, but you can use whatever nuts you'd like, pecans or cashews or whatever, but I like to use the walnut because it's so good for you. So I'm gonna put that in here, and we're gonna stir it up, and we're gonna let it sit and absorb. So this might take a few minutes. So what I would do if it was me cooking, I would let this sit for a while and absorb all that into the oats, and then we'll come back when we can touch it when it's cooler, and we'll make the patties. So we'll see you in a few minutes to do that. All right, so we've let them sit, so I can now start handling them. They're not too hot, and the water is absorbed up into the oats. So now we're going to start making our patties. So my trick to make them symmetrical and all the same size so they cook evenly is to use a canning lid. So you use a canning lid with the little sealer thing, and what you do is you just put the oat burger mixture in the canning lid like this and pack it down. And then you just plop it down like that, and use a little spatula, and you got a nice little burger right there. So we're going to keep doing this until the pan's filled up, and then we're going to put it in the oven at 375. So I'm using these a smaller canning lid, but you can use a larger canning lid and make them into a veggie burger type size. But like before, I said I was making them into a sausage patty, so I would serve these with scrambled tofu for a breakfast or something like that. And what we want to do is, if we make a whole big batch of these, then we can actually freeze them when we're all done, and you can have them in the freezer ready to go and just pull them out and warm them up. And it's a great way to have things in your freezer ready to eat. So you don't have to do this every single time you want a sausage patty or a burger. So these freeze really nicely. Yes, and these are, if you go to the store and start looking at veggie burgers, made in the store, or actually made, they are full of preservatives and full of extra other things that you really don't want. So this way you're making your veggie burger and you're knowing what's in it, and you know that you don't have to feel guilty eating these. And they smell really delicious, even like this. So you continue making them, and we will fill up this pan and get them in the oven. And then I'm going to show them to you all baked and ready to go. So we've brought the oat burgers out of the oven after we've turned them halfway through the cooking. And we've plated them here, and they just look lovely and yummy. I'm ready to try them out. We've also put our ketchup that we made in another video and our tofu mayonnaise, and it just is a lovely dish. We can use these as veggie burgers or breakfast sausages, and remember, you can freeze them. So make a whole bunch, put them in the freezer, and you can have these oat burgers whenever you'd like. I hope you enjoy.